Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the last class, if you remember, we discussed about the derivation of the first equation of motion using calculus, right? Okay, whatever we are deriving now is using calculus. Now, today, I told you to go through the other three equations of motion. Did you go through? If you have gone through, kindly raise your hand. Saiful did, very good. Sadia, Lamia, Shiham also. Abir, you did not?
No, sir.
Why? You forgot or you were absent in the last class?
I forgot, sir.
Forgot? Okay. Now, do you have any doubt? Let me hear your doubts first, then I will discuss. Everybody lowered their hand. Does that mean nobody have no doubt?
Sir, I have doubt, sir.
Sadia, Saiful hai. Okay, Saiful, what is your doubt?
Sir, number 3.
The third equation.
Yes.
Acha, let us discuss first about the second equation. In second equation, anybody have doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the doubt?
Sir, ending, sir. Ending. Ending.
The ending. Acha, I am actually expecting some questions from you. In the ending, which one is your doubt?
Sir, S equal to V0 plus V by 2 theta কিভাবে, sir?
This one, how came? Okay. So let me discuss in a nutshell. Okay, let me show you. Acha. The second equation that you studied in SSC level is this one: S equal to U plus V divided by 2 into T. Now, U, it is the initial velocity, right? Which one we denote now, or in this level we will be denoting it as V naught. Okay. So you see U plus V divided by 2 into T. This part is okay, same. But here we have an additional x naught. If I change this x naught to that side, how this equation becomes? X minus x naught, it becomes equal to, V naught plus V divided by 2 into T. Half we can write it here, or we can write it in this one also, no problem. So now if I compare it, it seems that S has become equal to x minus x naught. Now, what do we mean by this x minus x naught? What is x naught? What is x? Let us try to understand now. You know that we always consider a reference point now, right? With respect to a reference point, we consider the position of a certain object. Let us say this is our reference point. Okay, this wall is our reference point, and our object is initially, when time is equal to 0, the object is at this position. The object is at this position. As time is 0, the position will be x naught. That means this represents when time t is equal to 0, x naught, x0. Okay. This is our initial position, and from here the body started to move, and it was displaced by s distance. It was displaced by s distance, and now it is here. From the reference point, what is the distance now? It is x. So what is the displacement? S. Can I write it is equal to S is equal to x minus x naught? Can I write it? Will anybody disagree if I write S equal to x minus x naught? Raise your hand if you disagree, or if you didn't understand why S will be equal to x minus x naught. Nobody? Everyone understood? Okay. But still, let me tell you, okay? The whole distance is x. This one is x naught. So definitely this part is going to be x minus x naught, right? It is like the whole length, if it is 10 and this part is 3, then obviously this part is going to be 7. How did I find out that 7? By subtracting this part from the whole part, right? So this is the way. So S is equal to x minus x naught. Now we understand why S can be replaced by x minus x naught and U is replaced by V naught. We know that already. Now the equation is understandable, right? Now the face looks similar. So, the last part you are saying, from which line should I explain? Saiful, please tell me clearly.
Sir, again, again x minus
Again,
x
x
zero.
minus x naught is the displacement delta x. See, I have represented the displacement by s, but they have actually represented the displacement by delta x. Delta means the change of, x means the displacement or the distance or the position. So the change of position is equal to x minus x naught. What I have represented here as s, they have represented at delta x. Okay, delta x, why it should be the displacement? I already told you, right? This is the initial position, this is the final position. So from the final, if we subtract the initial, we will get the displacement. That is our delta x. Okay. So again, x minus x naught is the displacement delta x. Okay, expressing the displacement by s. See, later they represented the displacement by s. The above equation will become s equal to v naught by plus v divided by 2 into t. See, they derived the equation like this. Oh, this is the equation they derived already 3.13. Up to this equation you understood. Now this one they will replace by s, and the equation will become s equal to v naught plus v divided by 2 into t. This is it. If you want, you can write the half in this one, half into v naught plus v, or you can write v naught plus v divided by 2. It is up to you, no problem. Okay, Saiful?
Yes, sir.
Sir, proofটা কি important?
Proof actually for if you are asked for exam, okay, I will say that it will not be required for you to write the derivation in the exam. The thing is, now in the creative system, derivation I didn't see that they have asked to write in the exam. Rather, they will ask you to apply it to solve numerical problems. So if you know the equation and you know how to use it to solve a numerical problem, that is what is important. Okay, derivation is actually for the basic. It is not that much required for exam. Okay. But is there any line in the derivation which one you didn't understand? What I would like to suggest is you try to understand the derivation, no need to memorize it. Okay, because in our time it was like this, we had to memorize all the derivations because there used to be the question is to be full of derivations. But now, no derivation. Okay, they will not ask you to derive anything, rather they will ask you to apply what you have learned. Okay, so here you need to understand the derivation, no need to memorize it, just memorize the equation. This equation you have to write it directly in the numerical example and solve it. Okay, clear, Lamia?
Yes.
Okay, so in the third equation, still what I said that you have to understand it. So if you didn't understand at any line in this the rest of the two derivation, third and fourth derivation, then let me know. Okay,
এইটার derivation ও বুঝি নাই।
এই যে থার্ড এর derivation বুঝো নাই?
Second এরটাই।
হ্যাঁ, সেকেন্ড এর derivation বুঝো নাই? আর শুরু থেকে বলো না কেন? আমি তো শুরুটা যখন টাইম নষ্ট করলাম তাহলে আরেকটা আগে বলবো না, আমি তো ভাবছি শুধু সাইফুল আর সাদিয়া বললো দাউদ আছে এটা, এখন এটা কি শুরু থেকে বলতাম?
বলেন।
আচ্ছা, এটা কোন লাইন বুঝো নাই বলো তো? শুরুর লাইনটি বুঝো নাই?
হ্যাঁ, একটু বুঝাইলে বেটার হতো।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, ওকে। সো ওরা ফার্স্ট এর যে লাইনটা লিখছে সেটা হচ্ছে এভারেজ ভেলোসিটি। ওকে, now average velocity can be considered as summation of all velocity divided by time, correct or not? Okay, so normally it is going to be a summation of all the velocity divided by t, but now we have to integrate it. We will take the summation of all the velocities, right? Integration means adding all them up. Okay, so from 0 to time t we will add up all the velocity and we will differentiate it with respect to time. Now from here if you notice, they have replaced v by dx by dt. Oh, t they have out. T we will keep it out 0 to t. This one will become dx dt and this dt will be there. So dt will be cancelling each other. As a result, what will happen? 1 by t 0 to t, it will be dx only. Now here you see in this line there is a problem. I told you that we will put the upper limit and lower limit for the variable which is after this d. Now in this line after d there is x, so we need to change the limit for x. So the lower limit is x naught in this position and the upper limit is x. So from x naught to x we will derive it. Okay, as there is nothing integration and differentiation, they will be balancing each other. Only x will be there. Upper limit, lower limit, and we know that at first we will replace this by upper limit minus we will replace this by lower limit. So this becomes x minus x naught divided by t is equal to p bar. Okay. Now average velocity, as I told you, it can be written as summation of final and initial velocity divided by 2 average. Okay. So this one, if I replace it here, then what will happen? V bar will be replaced by v plus v naught by 2. So v plus v naught divided by 2 will be equal to x minus x naught by t. X minus x naught divided by t. So what I need to do? Cross multiply. Okay. V plus v naught divided by 2 into t is equal to x minus x naught. This is what I'm supposed to prove. Okay. Just take to rearranging both the way. I will write that side first. X minus x naught is equal to v plus v naught divided by 2 into t, and then again x naught I will be taking to that side. So minus x naught will become plus x naught, and plus v plus v naught divided by 2 into t. Okay. And later what they did, the last line they wrote, they replaced this x minus x naught by s. Then this line will become s is equal to v plus v naught by 2. Okay now?
Yes.
Okay. In third and fourth equation, any problem? You may unmute yourself and let me know if you have any doubt.
স্যার একটু বুঝিয়ে দেন।
সবগুলা না? আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, ওকে, নো প্রবলেম, I will discuss. Okay. The third equation that we used to know is this: s equal to ut plus half at square. Now we know that s, here we are replacing it by x minus x naught, is equal to u will become v naught t plus half a t square. Okay, this is the third equation, right? Or sometimes what they do, they take this minus x naught to that side. It is up to you. Okay, you can keep it here or you can take it on that side. It means the same. Achha, now let us see the derivation. The first line they have started with is the definition of acceleration. Acceleration is dt, means the rate of change of velocity with respect to time. This is acceleration. So if I do cross multiplication, then dv into 1 will be dv, a into dt will become a dt. Now if I integrate it, I will integrate both the sides. Then what will happen? You see that here we have velocity with t, so we must put the limit of velocity. Initial velocity v naught, final velocity v. Here we have time after t, so definitely we need to put the limit for time, that is from 0 to t. Okay. Now integration and differentiation, they will balance each other. Only v will be there. Even though this is not the actual explanation, I showed you the application of formula, right? If you remember. But one way to remember it, to write it easily, is that they will balance each other, then we can do this, okay? If there is nothing in between, but if there is anything, then what will happen? We need to apply the formula and show it. And here A will be there, and integration and differentiation, they will balance each other, and it will become T upper limit T 0. Then V will be replaced by the upper limit T, then the lower limit T naught, and A, it will be replaced by T minus lower limit 0. So T minus V naught is equal to AT. T is equal to V naught. If I take on that side, V naught plus AT. Now this is the proof of the first equation that we discussed yesterday, right? So to prove the third one, we need to prove actually the first equation, okay? Then V, this is velocity. Velocity is the rate of change of position with respect to time. dx dt is equal to E naught plus AT. Okay. Now if I cross multiply this dt over there, then what will happen? Whenever I write like this, can you see this part clearly?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So dt I will cross multiply over there, it will become dx equal to E naught dt plus AT dt. Okay. So now again, inshallah, we will integrate. So if I integrate, then what will happen? And do not forget to put the limit. Here we have x, so it will be x naught to x. Here we have time, so it will be 0 to t. Here we have time, it will be 0 to t. Okay. Can I write it in this side? You already understood this part, right? Because there is a table in between and it is hard for me to write on that side. I will continue the next line over here, okay? So, differentiation and integration cancel each other, x will be there. So, upper limit, lower limit is equal to V naught, constant, so it will come out V naught and differentiation and integration adding balance each other, 0 plus A will be there. Now, this one is interesting. This one, see, previously we did not have anything in between, so we considered that differentiation integration balance each other, only t was there. But now there is a t in between. Okay, so we have to apply that formula here. How to apply that formula? I will show you. Here x will be replaced by upper limit first minus then the lower limit. Is equal to d naught into t minus 0 plus a. Then what will happen? If you remember the formula, I will write the formula here. Okay, for the reference, integration x to the power n dx, x and x same, right? Then only we will apply the formula t dt, same variable, like x and x here. So we can apply the formula. What is the formula? X to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Okay, the power will be increased by 1 and that power will be also there in the denominator. So if I do that, what is the power of t here? 1. No power is there, that means 1 is the power. So 1 will be increased by 1 and this power we will write in the denominator also. And upper limit t and lower limit 0 will be there. X minus x naught is equal to minus 0 doesn't mean something, so v naught into t plus a. 1 plus 1, it will be divided by 2. In 1 plus 1, it will be t square. T divided by 0. X minus x naught is equal to p naught t plus, okay, here what we can do, at first you can do two things, okay. Without bringing this half out, you can just replace the value of t and 0 here, or what you can do, you can keep this 2 here and then put the value. So we can do anything. Let us say we are keeping it inside, no problem. So this t will be replaced by this t first. So t square by 2 will be there, minus, now this t will be replaced by the 0. So 0 square divided by 2. I guess like এখানে একটু ইয়া হয়ে গেছে না, আমি এটা ক্লিয়ারলি লিখি, এটা বুঝতে হবে তোমাদের। দেখো এখানে একটু বড় করে লিখতেছি, a then t first will be replaced by this t, so it will be t square by 2 minus this t now will be replaced by 0, so t এর জায়গায় 0 square বসাই divided by 2 will be there. Okay, must remember. Then x minus x naught is equal to v naught t, then 0 square by 2, this becomes 0, right? So I can just remove this part. So a into t square by 2, this gives us half a t square. See, I can write it half a t square. Is it okay? Did you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now the fourth one. If you understand the application of the formulas, then it is okay, I think. And you are very lucky actually that you are not having to memorize this derivation. No need of memorizing this derivation. I used to feel if you know how to apply this formula to solve a problem, that is what is important, right? Okay, solving problem, it is important. If you learn a full derivation but you don't know how to use it to solve a problem, then what is the use of learning something? There must be some use, right? You learn something and you use that to solve a problem in your life. So that is what is important. Now many of you might ask me, sir, okay, I learned this formula. To solve what problem actually I will use this problem, use this equation? If you become a teacher, okay, or if you become a researcher, in your research there will be these equations will play a great role. Okay, you don't know that what you will become. Okay, so but definitely if you become a banker, okay, then you will never be using these formulas. But you don't know now that what you will become, so try to learn everything with equal importance. Okay, because nobody knows what they will become in future. Acha. So the last one, if you remember, we studied in SSC level v is equal to u square plus 2as. This one here have become v square equal to v naught square plus 2a into x minus x naught s, or you can write it x minus x naught. Okay, anyway. So how to prove it? At first, we will prove the first equation again. Okay, if you remember. No, sorry, we will start from the definition of acceleration, that is the rate of change of velocity. So this one can be written like this: dx into dx dt. We can write it in this way. Why? Because this dx and dx, they will cancel each other and it will become dv by dt again. Okay. Now what is the purpose of writing in this way? A is equal to dv by dx, let it remain the same. Okay, dx by dt, the rate of change of position with respect to time, that is velocity, right? Okay, then we will just cross multiply dx into a, it will become a dx, will be v into dv, it will become v dv. Anybody have any doubt till now?
No, sir.
Huh? বুঝো নাই?
No, sir. মানে doubt নাই.
Oh, acha, okay. So v dv is equal to a dx. Now what we will do? We will integrate the equation. If I do integration, d dv integrate a dx. With d we have velocity, so we will put the lower limit and upper limit of velocity, and here lower limit and upper limit of position. Now, as we have v dv, already I showed you that in case of t dt, it became t square by 2. So for v, in the same way, applying the same rule, okay, let me apply it again because you are new with it. So I will show you. Okay, the power is 1, so it will be increased by 1 and it will be the denominator also. So equal to a will be coming out here and is going to be x by x naught dx. Okay, here no x is there, so that's why differentiation and integration they will be balancing each other, and as a result we will get here p square divided by 2 b by v naught is equal to a into x upper limit x here x naught. So b will be replaced by minus v naught. Please let me know if this part is clear. See, at first we replaced by the upper limit and then we replaced by the lower limit. Okay. So is this part clear? How we are replacing the limits?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And equal to a into x will be replaced by upper limit minus the lower limit. So here we have b square. Oh, we can take the half common, okay? Divided by 2, we can take this common, right? Then this becomes b square minus v naught square. This divided by 2, if I take it common, and here it becomes a into x minus x naught. Okay. Okay, these two will be multiplied over here. B square by v naught is equal to 2 if I multiply here 2a into x minus x naught. So we have actually almost arrived in our desired equation. All we need to do is v naught square we will keep in this side, v naught square we will transfer to the other side. So v square equal to v naught square, if I change on that side, v naught square plus 2a into x minus x naught. There you go. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Achha, okay, very good. So next, I would like to request you to go through the extended activity on page number 134, 135, and 136. Okay, kindly go through this part and keep your doubts ready for me so that I can clarify it in the next class, inshallah. And then we will start discussing about the following models. Okay. So today, up to this, thank you very much for joining. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before I end the class, anybody wants to ask anything regarding this derivation or any derivation before that? Nobody?
Sir, right side এর second line টা আবার একটু বুঝিয়ে দিবেন।
এই যে এখানে এটা
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Okay, see, at first we will replace this b with the upper limit. So I wrote b square by 2. Then I will put a minus sign and then I will replace this b by the lower limit, that is b naught square by 2. That is what we have been doing all along, right? See, this x is replaced by the upper limit first, then we put a minus sign, then we replace by the lower limit. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Question kurva.